We had a short tour that was going to include a midday performance at Trinity Church in the heart of Lower Manhattan. Before we left, he told me that he was hoping that we could work up a duo performance of a piece that he wrote entitled Meditation on the Thin Space at St. Paul's Chapel. It's a very long story behind the music that would be best told by Marge, but suffice to say that, number one, it's a deeply moving composition, and number two, we arrived in New York the night before this performance, finding zero time to work up an arrangement. The hotel where we were staying was in the heart of Manhattan. We found a great Thai restaurant, which was a standard thing with Peter, of course. We walked around the streets a bit, and then we came back to our rooms and went to bed. It probably was because we were in New York City and the restless energy there is palpable, but I simply could not sleep at all. I decided to use a sleepless night to my advantage. So I got out my portable CD player, put on Peter's recording of Thin Space, and began to transcribe the piece by ear. When we got to Trinity Church the next morning, I was running on zero sleep, but I still felt okay. We did our sound check, and we had about an hour before the performance. I pulled up my handwritten arrangement and asked Peter if he wanted to give it a go backstage. He said yes. We ran through it once, and he said we were good. It ended up being the last piece in the set. To this day, it remains one of my all-time favorite Peter compositions. I've played with many, many great musicians over the years, but there's zero doubt in my mind that the time I spent with Peter, accompanying him on the guitar, was the best music I ever was part of. I was honored to know him as a brilliant musician and as a dear friend.